Hey, what's going on, you guys? OOBERina here. Thank you for tuning in today. All right, so if you don't already know what I am about to eat, I will tell you. So if you're Filipino, you already know by how this kind of looks what I'm eating. So I can't really show you guys because the soup is gonna come out. But this is a Philippine dish. It's called Sinigang, which is basically like a tamarind soup. Sinigang has a lot of vegetables in it, and you can put pork or shrimp. I haven't tried it with any other meat like chicken or beef, but you know, my go-to meat that my mom cooked when I was since I was small was pork. And of course we're gonna eat it with rice, and what I have here are the two sauces that I like to eat it with. So this is another Filipino brand. It's called Kamayan, and it is basically what we call bagoong. It's a fish sauce, and it's salted anchovies. Yum. And then here we just have another Filipino brand. It is soy sauce, and it is from the Philippines. Before I get started on eating, I need a drink. So today I'm drinking one of my favorite sodas, Mellow Yellow, because I'm yellow too. So I poured my soy sauce and the fish sauce right over here. But before I get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button on the bottom of the screen. Hit the little bell so you get notified every time I put up a new video. All right, let's get it. So I'm gonna tell you guys what goes into this. So I used pork spare ribs and pork neck bone in this dish. I mean, like I said, I haven't tried it with any other meat like beef or chicken. My mom has cooked it with shrimp, which is good. So you're gonna see a lot of familiar stuff. Like if you watched my oxtail stew or kare kare video, you're gonna see a lot of similar vegetables that goes in here that also goes in kare kare. So just like my other video, I gotta have all the contents in one bite, but this is not gonna fit. Again, it probably looks familiar, just like the oxtail stew video, because they have similar stuff in there. There's an okra. I'm gonna eat a little bit, and then I'll talk to you guys about this dish, because your girl is hungry. Hungry AF. So good. I am so freaking hungry, y'all. Alright, so let me start talking about this dish. So these leaves right here, they may look like spinach and whatnot, but these are sweet potato leaves. And then there's also bok choy in here. In this one, that kare kare doesn't have this one, but the sinigang calls for okra. Yum. There's also eggplant, and there's tomatoes, onions, and then green beans in here. I am missing the jalapeno. I'm gonna eat this with the fish sauce. But yeah, I forgot the jalapeno. I was at the Oriental store, and I even called my mom. I was like, Mom, what do you put in your sinigang? And I still forgot the jalapeno. Mmm. Mmm. That bagoong is so good. So I also want to talk about, I want to make something clear because a lot of people have been asking me this question. Hold on. By the way, I did cook this. The thing about sinigang, cooking it takes a little bit of time to prepare. It took me about an hour or 2 hours to cook this. Sorry, I'm not talking, you guys. Let me just eat like 20 more bites and I'll start talking. Too good. Oh, excuse me. One of the main questions I've been getting asked on social media platforms and my YouTube page and whatnot is if I'm Filipino. Yes, I am Filipino. So let me get in depth with that. I am not half Filipino. I am not 75% Filipino. I am full Filipino. I was born there too. I was born in Olongapo City, Philippines, and our family lives near Subic Bay. Well, more near well, in Castillejos, if you guys are familiar with that is. That's where I grew up. Do I still speak Tagalog? I do. So as you can imagine, I was left. What kind of English is that? But we left the Philippines when I was 6 years old. So I was already in school, whatnot. And when we got here to the US, that's when I learned English, obviously. But anyways, yes, I do still speak Tagalog. It's not as great as it should be. Kasi noon pa kami umalis, so that's why broken yung Tagalog ko. Pero alam ko yung mga basics na sasabihin. Basics. I can't even say basics. But like you know, the greetings, and it comes to my mind when like certain times I can flow with talking Tagalog, and sometimes I my mind goes blank and I don't know how to say it. And that happens a lot more because, you know, I've been around English since I was 6, and not as much Tagalog, but my parents do still talk to me in Tagalog, of course. They don't want me to forget, you know, language. So my siblings also speak Tagalog, but I think I'm the one that's, you know, the worst at it because I was the youngest when we were coming here. So yeah, I was 6 when we left the Philippines, and then 6 we got here to the United States, and now we are living it up in the Sunshine State, which is Florida. And that's where I live. I don't know, a lot of you asked me if I'm still in the Philippines. No. I was born there, I was raised there until I was 6, and made our way to the United States. If you've never tried Sinigang, man, try it. It's like, I don't know if it's my favorite Filipino dish. It might be. I think it's a tie between Sinigang, kare-kare, and pinakbit is my favorite Filipino dishes. But what all 3 of those dishes have in common is they all have a lot of vegetables. Like this has like at least 5. And yeah, just like pinakbit and kare-kare, they all have a good amount of vegetables, and that's what I like in a dish, is a lot of vegetables. And you know, it's healthy when you're cooking all the vegetables in the pot. Like you're getting a lot of the vegetables, nutrients, and whatnot in the soup. So you can eat a whole bowl and it'll still be healthy. Well, not with the amount of rice I just ate, but I'm just gonna say it's still healthy to make myself feel better. I'm trying to think what other question people have asked me about my nationality. I think the main question was, am I Filipino, and if I still speak Tagalog, and yes and yes. Yes and yes. I am also, like, our cuisine, Philippine cuisine is like still my favorite part, or still my favorite food. Like no matter where I am, as much as I like American food, Filipino food is just, it's just home, you know, it's where the heart is. And of course I still do eat other Filipino foods. Mainly all of it. I mean, I am not picky. Hindi ako meselan, kakainin ko lahat. Oh, there was one thing I really wanted to address. I got comments saying that maarte ikaw, or maarte ka, hindi bagay magmukbang. Okay? Di wag mo ako panoorin. Di ba yun ang mga gusto nyo? Lahat yung mga maarte na actors and actresses, di ba yun yung gusto nyo panoorin sa Pilipinas? Sa GMA TV, sa Filipino channel? Isn't that how they act even on the news? Di ba maarte sila lahat sa Filipino Hollywood?
Ay, Rochelle, pinaiyak ako ni Jeremy. Ay, bakit naman? Ano sinabi niya? Napaiyak ka. Sabi niya sa akin na hindi niya na ako mahal. Che, kasi maarte ka.
But isn't that the kind of stuff you guys like watching in the Philippines anyway? Like, all of them are maarte.
Yung ganito sila magsalita. Palaging pa-cute, di ba?
So, pag sinabi nyo na maarte ako, tignan mo yung mga shows na pinapanood nyo dyan. Lahat sila maarte. Like, whether it's the news, whether it's shows or talk shows, they're all maarte. Because it's like part of the culture. Don't they teach that in high school? The feisty and the sassy attitude? So I just had to make that clear. to all of you that commented that. And I know I have watchers that don't speak Tagalog, so I'm just gonna briefly tell you guys what that was about. All the stuff that I was saying in Tagalog, I was basically doing a skit of shows in the Philippines. Like, one of my Filipino mukbang videos, a couple people commented that maarte ako, meaning ako means like me, but they said that I'm too much like how the Kardashians act. Like, oh my god. I don't know how to say maarte in English because it's a term in the Philippines. There's Google though, so y'all can Google it. So yeah, I had some people comment saying that I'm too maarte to do mukbang videos. On top of saying I'm maarte, they said that it doesn't match that I'm doing mukbang videos. I am going to be however I want on my mukbang videos. And I've even commented to some of these people saying, okay, if I'm too maarte, di ikaw magawa, which means then you do it. You know, if I'm being too maarte for you, then you don't have to watch me. But I'm full, you guys. That was a lot of food. And I ate the whole bowl. Well, there's still like one bite here, but I'm done. So this completes another mukbang on Filipino food. I am going to be eating more Filipino food just because I know that a lot of people in the Philippines are requesting that I eat more Filipino food. So I will be doing that for you guys. But also I want to show, you know, everybody else what the Philippines has to offer, the different foods we have, so everybody can be open to trying Filipino food, because I think it's left out when it's you know, in the Asian community. You know, you got Vietnamese food, Chinese food, Thai food, all that, but you know, nobody really knows about Filipino food, so I want to show, you know, what the Philippines has to offer. Shout out to all of my subscribers in the Philippines that's watching me. Salamat po for subscribing. And also shout out to all my family in the Philippines. So with that being said, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, OOBERina, there's a subscribe button on the bottom of this video. Hit the little bell so you get notified every time I put up a new video, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you guys though, I like this shirt. Look, I'm like a bird. I'm flying away. I look like the national bird of the Philippines. That's completely false. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Until next time, peace, love. Take care of yourselves, eat well, and I will see y'all on my next video. I hate when I leave food like this because in the back of my mind, I can hear my mom's voice saying, there are starving children in the Philippines.